Allow me to paint you a picture. The year, 1996. The day, December 2nd. Christmas holiday is in full swing, and you're at your local mall, eyeing down the latest releases for the Nintendo 64, and suddenly you see it. The heroic protagonist illuminated, awash in golden light, ever recognizable, evil visage of the Empire's elite, all flanking a mysterious yet blatantly evil pair of blue leering eyes. You're locked in and filled with intrigue. You, my friend, are about to enjoy an epic adventure fueled by the dreams of many LucasArts visionaries who toiled over 100-hour weeks for a year to ensure that you, my dear friend, can experience their vision, their art. Today, we'll be going over my experience with Shadows of the Empire in Eldergamer Reviews, Shadows of the Empire.
Prepare yourself for Star Wars Shadows of the Empire. Prime Lord Zixor schemes to replace Darth Vader as the Emperor's second in command. Join Jedi warrior Luke Skywalker, hard-charging Chewbacca, and go undercover with heroic pilot Dash Rendar and his booming outrider. But can Han Solo be freed and Zixor be stopped? Star Wars Shadows of the Empire.
Shadows of the Empire, being an old game on the cutting edge of 3D gameplay, is not the smoothest experience. However, for a 3D platformer with third-person shooter mechanics and two different types of vehicles in 1996, I feel you can give it quite a bit of leeway in terms of the smoothness of play. There's just a few things you really need to get used to, and then the quirky adjustments and floaty mechanics kind of make it a little fun and an additional challenge. Some of the things to adjust to would be the floaty, slidey running, and the crazy physics engine that has you feel like you're constantly on ice. How about the overly responsive sensitivity in the vehicle controls, which is not adjustable in the original N64 version. The difficult aiming when you're trying to target bosses, as when you're shooting at bosses, there's no auto aim or any sort of assistance with the aiming, like against normal enemies. These things can be a challenge to get over. However, I do think the additional challenge and the quirky controls do give it kind of a fun little unique feel. Once you're able to adjust to these things, however, it's a game that's very beatable and quite fun in doing so. I feel it's a very satisfying experience once you're able to get over these couple of issues and you're left with a nice, enjoyable game. One of the early critiques of Star Wars Shadows of the Empire was the level design. A lot of the reviewers back in the day did not seem to enjoy the level design very much from Shadows of the Empire. However, this is where I will disagree. I feel that every level has a unique sense in Shadows of the Empire. The only levels that felt repetitive in any way would have been the Battle over Hoth or the Skyhook level. However, the Skyhook level added extra elements and additional parts and pieces in terms of making it more unique than the simplistic style level of the Battle over Hoth. It was such an epic conclusion as well. I think each level carries its own unique atmosphere. Each level has their own complex layout and interesting puzzles. Each level has a unique boss, and each boss has its own unique set of skills and abilities to overcome. Shadows of the Empire, in my opinion, is a real great example of how video game worlds can be vague in direction, but encourage the player to explore and find the way for oneself. When it comes to the art depicted in the cutscenes of Shadows of the Empire, I find the design so charming and delightful. The way the illustrations move, the way the camera pans, I don't know, I just really like that style. I would give it a chef's kiss. As for the sound effects, they do truly take you back to a more simplistic time of recorded effects. Blend those with the classic Star Wars sounds, the never-ending and often grating Star Wars themes, repeating continuously. What's not to love? Throwing a tantalizing character on a daring, high-stakes mission full of titular plot twists into a tightly planned and crafted series 16 years after it rocked the world is an impressive feat on its own. Any Star Wars fan, of course, will notice many familiar faces and ships. Let me say that Dash, Leebo, and the Outrider fit into a T. Easily part of the game. Dash, the rugged yet charming and quick-witted smuggler, signs up with the rebellion leading up to the Empire's assault on Hoth. Han cheekily greets his old friend, offering up a bit of trash talk about the Outrider and Dash's flying skills. Trash talk aside, Han puts in a good word with Luke, and following the narrow escape from Hoth, Dash is welcomed into the rebellion with open arms. He embarks on a series of missions for the rebels, all of which culminate in an epic finale, which clearly show that not only has he ingratiated himself as a hero of the rebellion, but also a close and valued friend of our so familiar cast of characters, Luke, Leia, Han, and Chewie. If you want further plot details, watch my series. I enjoyed playing this game, and I hope you enjoy the series if you watch it for yourself. Or you can pick the game up, which is currently $5.99 on Steam or GOG. And if you're a fan of the physical media like myself, you can find the cartridge usually for between $10 to $25 on eBay. In short, I will admit that I have a personal bias, a connection if you will, to this game, as the copy that I played this playthrough on is the very same one that my father bought us back in 1996. This is the first time I have played through completely, and for me, I've got to give Shadows of the Empire a 5 out of 5 Outriders. Thanks for joining me. If you enjoyed this review, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. If you agree, disagree, or have an interesting memory you'd like to share, please comment and let me know. I also stream here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, starting around 10:30 to 11:30 Central Standard Time. Okay, bye!